I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that. This here's from the international news. It's called No One Wants to Work with Drunken Stone Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is being blasted for his drunken stone behavior from October 26th, 2022, and I kind of doubt that's the case. I mean, pretty much all movie stars and rock stars do those two things quite often. Let's see what they got. Johnny Depp is being blasted for showcasing unprofessional behavior towards Hollywood execs during his time filming for Pirates Caribbean. The document reads, these issues appeared during the filming of Pirates 5, and Disney told Miss Jacobs the conduct was not going to be tolerated. Disney was not going to put up with this, and there was no love between Johnny and Disney given the Pirates 5 situation. Mr. Depp appeared on TV drunk and stoned to the point that Disney studio execs called Miss Jacobs asking, what the hell was wrong with your client? Well, even if that's the case, let's assume they've got a clip of that and people are like, all right, Johnny did a little of this, a little of that. What about all the clips of Amber like that? Once again, a double standard. She took a GQ interview like must have been very, very drunk. She was even holding alcohol. Hell, maybe that was the purpose of it, but if so, I mean, what's the difference? There's been times when she got on stage in front of thousands of people, definitely not sober. You don't hear anything though, but they're constantly harping upon if Johnny does this or not. In the document, even the agent herself recalls Miss Jacobs also testified that more than a couple of times Mr. Depp was so angry at Miss Jacobs to the point where it really concerned her, and that these instances of his anger seemed to intensify as time went on. Who was he with at the time? I think we know the answer. She even went as far as to accuse the actor of domestic abuse in lieu of his outbursts on set and admitted Miss Jacobs testified that she believed Mr. Depp hit Miss Heard based on his behavior and inconsistencies and violent outbursts. Well, let me tell you something. Even if he had those on set, that doesn't equal something that she could know that happened behind closed doors. Those are total assumptions. I would assume frustration on set from whatever, as far as violent outbursts, inconsistencies needs to be explained, and behavior also needs to be explained. Let's move on. These insights have become public in light of Jacobs, Mr. Depp's paralegal producing an unidentified document production with password protection labeled Depp 017, leaving out Miss Heard's primary paralegal in the case. The document also added Miss Heard's counsel, Miss Brennerhoff, who was already in the process of deposing Mr. Jacobs, did not become aware of this production during the deposition, and even if she had, could not reasonably have read, much less marked, and then used these documents. But wait a minute, what's the point here? Because some of this info we know already. What's going on? This article's new. It's from October 26, 2022. That's like 2 days ago or something from right now. And they say that Miss Jacobs, Mr. Depp's paralegal, produced an unidentified document, which I think they said before also. And they go on to say here, yet Mr. Depp's counsel, Mr. Chu, who represented Mr. Depp in both of the prior depositions, had already reviewed these transcripts and prepared them and related attached documents for Mr. Depp's use in the deposition. Had Miss Heard had the same opportunity, she would have been able to elicit highly relevant and damaging information, which we hear a lot, but we never actually see the information. Okay, maybe it's because these articles put out these hit pieces on this information that no one's ever able to see. I'm no lawyer, but I'm gonna assume if you've got good evidence, there's got to be a good reason you can't use it in court. I don't think Johnny's side can just pick and choose exactly what evidence everyone can use for the case on both sides. I mean, the thing is, Amber's side accuses Johnny of not playing fair, but the corporations, the mainstream narrative, are all on Amber's side. All the people who actually have the power to manipulate things are on Amber's side. That's all I'm saying. I know Johnny's got money and everything, but that money can't actually buy literally everything. It's more about the power of decision. So I'm calling this just a hit piece, a smear. They're trying to regurgitate old news, Like news that could be like 25 years old, to be honest, because pretty much most people smoke and drink and make it seem fresh, like there's some attack. So I gotta say, thumbs down here for the international news. Gonna put this one in the against Johnny section, obviously. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad about it, but I'll get over it. Done here for now. See you next time.